Hi guys, welcome back to my page. Today I'm doing a very exciting video. I'm going to be doing some Korean makeup today. I know for the last like 6 to 7 months I've been solely doing Chinese Douyin slash Xiaongshu recreations, but I've been asked to do some Korean makeup and I'm gonna do one of my favorite idols makeups to recreate, and that's Jang Wonyoung. I love recreating her makeup. It makes me feel like such a pretty girl. These are the photo inspirations. I'm pretty sure these are from the music show, and I think it looks so pretty and I can't wait to see it on my skin. Because I'm always open to suggestions. If you guys have any other makeup looks you guys want me to do, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I've had this requested a couple times over on Instagram, and I'm just trying to slowly get through all of the requests that I'm getting so I can make sure I can make some quality videos for you guys. So if you're excited to see me transform myself into Jang Wonyoung, let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is pop in the OLENS French Shine lenses in the shade gray. And I feel like these do such a good job at covering up my brown eyes. I'm going to first go in with the NYX Bear With Me spray to prep and prime my skin. Then I'm going to go in with e.l.f.'s Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I like putting some on the back of my hand, just using my skin to warm it up a little bit, and concentrate it in my T-zone and on the sides of my face, like my cheeks and my jawline. To color correct some discoloration, going to go in with the e.l.f. Medium Beige Camo Concealer. I'm going to put this slightly under my eyes. I was told that I have to like concentrate it more evenly over the area that I want to conceal, as opposed to spreading it out too much. And you also want it to dry down a little bit, so I'll be back in a second to blend it. To blend out around my face, I'm going to go in with this BK Beauty 108 brush and just do slight tapping motions over the areas. And I feel like this is a really good color for canceling out discoloration because it is a peachy shade. To blend under my eyes, going in with this A506 brush, also by BK Beauty. And this try to concentrate that on the discoloration under the eyes. And I feel like that cancels out my under eyes very well. Put a little on the back of my hand, and I put that over my eyelids to cancel out any discoloration, and I'll start also prep them for eyeshadows later on. To even out my skin tone, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Honey. Do 2 pumps. Shop Me's makeup spatula to do a thin layer. I'm gonna add this thin layer to both of my cheeks, down my chin, up my lip, across my nose. And I also like to take it up my forehead to just even out any discoloration there as well. To blend out my foundation, going to go in with this BK Beauty 106 brush. Make sure you blend it down to the neck because you don't want any lines of demarcation between your face and your neck. Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Warm Tan to just do a final layer of concealing. I'm going to concentrate that under my eye, a little over my burn scar. Back in with 108 to blend out my face again. A5406 to blend out my eye again. To contour, going to go in with the Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade Spicy Season. I'm going to go in with this Refan angled brush. Couple swipes on my forehead, along my cheekbone, along my jawline, and my lower lip. And then along the sides of my nose. I'm going to keep the tip a little angled because her nose is very sharp. And always buff it into your eyebrow. To blend around my face, going to go in with this BK Beauty 101 brush. And I'm going to use that first to buff out my cheekbone, along the side of my temple, down my jawline, and again just make sure you're blending it between your neck and your face and your lower lip. Going to go in with this double-sided brush on the flat side, and I'm going to use that to blend out the sides of my nose into my foundation and make sure the lines don't look too harsh. To highlight my face, going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Sand. Light along the sides of my nose. Use it to lift it. Down the center of my nose, my forehead, my chin, the sides of my nose. 108 again to blend out my face. I really like this brush because I can use it to blend out all of the concealing products, and it's literally perfect. That other brush just to blend out my under eye as well. And I want my eye to look as lifted as I possibly can without making it look weird. e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Suave Mauve. The blush is kind of rounded on the cheek, so I'm only going to do a little bit. A little on my chin, a little on the tip of my nose. Blend that out. I'm going to go in with this BK Beauty 107 brush and keep that color on the front of my cheeks in a very rounded area. And pat, 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 pat it in. I'm gonna do that to all of the other areas as well, just a lot of circular patting motions. And just make sure you keep it in a very small area on the tip of your nose. To set all of my creams, going to go in with Milani's Make It Last Original Setting Spray. To set my contour, going to go in with the Kaleidos of the Contour Trio in the shade Tan. I love applying contour with this Morphe angled brush. And go in with these two shades and tap along where I put that cream contour. I feel like this shade complements the cream contour so well. Going in with that fluffy side of the angled brush on those two shades once more. And just using that to set the sides of my nose. To set my under eye, using the YSL All Hours Hyper Finish. And I'm taking that on this triangle powder puff and just patting that into my under eye to make sure it's nice and soft and blurred. And along the sides of my nose, you can really see the difference. For the rest of my face, going to go in with this Flower Nose Swan Ballet Series Music Box Loose Setting Powder in the shade 01. The packaging is literally so pretty. It has little ballet slippers. This pink powder puff is literally perfect. Gonna pump it a couple times. Tap off some excess on the back of my hand and really go in along my jawline and around my mouth to just set all of the concealer and foundation down there. And on my forehead as well. It's genuinely so pretty. For my blush, going to go in with the Flower Nose Strawberry Rococo series in the shade Berry Mary. This is really pretty embossed blush, and I'm taking that on this Kaleidos Dual Fiber Contour Brush and keep it in a circular motion on my cheeks to give it a little color. And on the tip of my nose and my chin. The highlight, going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in the shade Euphoric Strobe Light. And I'm take that on this Anastasia A23 brush. I'm gonna take this down the center of my nose, on my forehead to add some light there. The sides of my face and blending that into my blush a little. On my chin. Use my finger to remove some concealer on my Cupid's bow, going over that area with my highlighter. Going to go in with Milani's Weekend Brow in the shade Espresso to go over a couple of my moles and make them stand out. Go back in with more Make It Last by Milani just to set all the powders. NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso to fill in my brows. First, I'm gonna brush the brow hairs upward, draw a straight line from the front of my brow, the back of the brow to keep the brow very nice and straight. And you're gonna wanna like look in the mirror to check to make sure that the brow is straight across. I'm gonna brush all the brow hairs downwards with my spoolie and draw a line to the tail and keeping that as straight as possible. Fill in that tail area. Feather up the front of the brow slightly with a couple hairs, but keep it very short. And then brush everything up and then back. Going to go into my well-loved P. Louise Wedding Wish palette. I'm gonna go into Proposal on this Morphe brush. I'm gonna put that all over my lid, high into my brow bone, and across my lower lash line. Taking hashtag wifey on this Morphe H7 brush. Use that to go under my Eggo style and leave it open at the end. And you want to keep your inner corner a bit rounded. I'm going to take what's left of Endless Love on this Morphe brush. I'm going to use that to highlight my lower lash line and around my eye as well. And highlight my brow bone. Then go in with the shade Forever Yours on this Zoria brush. And concentrate that shade on the inner part of my eye and along the outer V of my eye. And along my lower lash line. Then would go in with what's left of Hitch on this Morphe brush. And then just put this on the center of my lid. Then I'm going to go in with the Peri Para Ink Thin Brush Liner in the shade Black Noir. I'm going to accentuate my inner corner and do a really nice thin line. And try to keep as close to my lash line as possible and do a really nice wing. Going in with my Shiseido Lash Curler to curl my lashes. Then I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara in the shade Ultra Black to coat my top and my bottom lashes. I'm going to go in with these spiky lashes and my Duo Brush On Adhesive Lash Glue and tap some on my lash line. And then I'm just going to place it as close as I can to my lash line, or just keep it under where my eyeliner is, and then clamp my lashes to the false lash. Then I'm going to go in with this Lisa Eldridge Enhance and Define Lip Pencil in the shade Blush. And then Wonyoung just has very distinct Cupid's bow, so I'm just going to draw along my Cupid's bow just to help them be more defined. And then I'm just not going to overline my lower lip this time. Then I'm going to go into the Alicia Lip Hug in the shade Share. I'm going to use this as a light shade to sort of accentuate that gradient and then blend it into my lip liner. Then I'm going to go in with the Toots Dear Darling Water Tint in Cherry Aid. I'm going to use that to stain the center of my lip, my upper lip as well. Then I'm going to go in with the Black Radiance Perfect Tone Lip Gloss in the shade Clear. I'm going to go in with this to make my lips look really nice and glossy. And this is one of my favorite glosses. Then I'm going to go in with some Flower Nose Liquid Glitter in the shade Perfect Blossom to add some dimension on my face and just to add a little extra highlight. I think this is the face done. I'm gonna go do my hair and change and I'll be right back. This is going to be the final look. I think it looks so super stunning. I really like the nose contour and the eye makeup, and I love the way the blush looks on my face and these lips. This might have to be one of my go-tos. I'm gonna like put it in my little roster of makeup looks to do. And I'm very happy with how this turned out. If you have a comment down below of another makeup look you guys would like me to recreate for either the new series or the redos of recreations, please go ahead and comment down below. And I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, all of the products I use on my face will be linked down below with the product name as well as a link to where you can go purchase that product. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications so you can be notified when I post my new videos. And a link to all of my social media will also be down below. I really want you guys to let me know what you think of this makeup, or if there's any other K-pop idols whose makeup looks you guys would like me to recreate. Again, just leave that comment down below. And I love you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let's cue that montage.